folks, welcome to Camp Belle Off Grid. My name's Mark, and yeah, I'm driving along in the truck right now. I thought it'd be a great time to take some time to detail what Camp Belle Off Grid's going to be all about as far as being a YouTube channel. So, as if you've jumped in and took a look at our profile a little bit, you'll see that the focus is going to be our property on Manitoulin Island, where we do all kinds of stuff. And I thought I'd just give you a little history on where we sit now, where we came from, and where we're going to. So myself, my wife Carolyn, our dog Moose, Double Doodle, year old. He's quite interesting. I can see some footage of him. As well as my oldest son, Curtis. He's got a property 2 down from us. He'll be doing pretty well the same thing I've been doing for the last 4 or 5 years, which is turning his rural property into a place where he can spend weeks on end, if not months on end, even potentially living there. So yeah, what we do up there is lots of bush trail walking, milling. My son and I went halves on a mill, so most of the wood now, we did use some lumber, bought lumber prior to, but most of the wood now is going to come off the property, so you'll get to see some video of us yanking it out of the bush and getting it to the mill and milling it up, which I love, which is awesome. There's something to be said about actually taking wood from your property and turning it into something that actually is a building, if you know what I mean. Anyways, yeah, a little history. So back in the early 2000s, we bought this property, not knowing what we were going to do with it. It was more of an investment at the time. It's turned into a lot more than that, needless to say. Our kids were young. Our kids were enjoying camping, but a different style of camping. We used to yank a trailer around and go to campgrounds, and they would hang out with all the kids that were in the campground, enjoying the beach, tubing, that kind of stuff. That was great. We did that for a long time. And now we've evolved to a point where we want to be in a place where it's a little more surreal, a little more remote, and yeah, God's country. That's where we are now. So yeah, we picked it up in the early 2000s, sat on it for quite some time, and then around 2013, 2014, we started hunting deer on the property a little bit, and then I started really seeing what the property had to offer. So now we have a camp, a main camp that's on the property, which was built in 2019. It's not big. It's only 22 by 24 with a 12-12 pitch roof. I'll never do that again. And a half loft with a cathedral ceiling in the front of the camp, a couple patio doors facing the lake. I'm sure that if you're watching now, you've probably seen a few videos of a little bit of the camp. More to come. And we also have a sleep camp, which was the first building we built on the property back in 2015, I think it was. And it's just simply a 10 by 10 camp with a porch on it. It's all done up real nice with a wood stove, done with tongue and groove cedar on the inside, insulated, wired up, nice little camp. Carolyn and I spent many a day and evening working on that and enjoying it as well. Obviously too small to support full family, so that's why we built a big camp, and now of course that's the sleep camp. And a partial residence for my oldest son, who's now doing lots of work on his property. So yeah, and we also have a little 10 by 12, I guess you can call it a shed slash tool shed slash storage shed slash. But anyways, yeah, that was an absolute requirement. And if any of you are thinking about doing what we did, by all means, build that first, because in our learnings, you don't want to be trucking stuff back and forth all the time, and it really was valuable for us to store gear, tools, water, all the stuff that you don't want to be trucking back and forth again. So yeah, those are the 3 buildings that are on site right now. Oh, and of course, actually, I lied to you. The first building on the property was an outhouse. Yeah, that's an absolute necessity over and above a storage shed. Anyways, yeah, that's what's on site right now. And plans are we're going to get some more milled wood from the property, and I'd like to build plans are to build a garage, a barn style garage this year, so we can shelter our toys from the elements and finish off the main camp. So those are the things that we're doing up there as far as construction. Now, there's a lot more that place has to offer than work, and we'll also be sharing that on the channel as well, which is we have a fantastic trail that goes to the back end of our property, and it's kind of cool because it goes from a wooded area into an open area where there's islands of trees on bedrock, and we are right beside, we actually border Misery Bay Park, which we hike on and utilize rock shelves to swim off of and all kinds of cool stuff. But anyways, long story short, that's what this channel is going to have to offer, is lots of that stuff. If you like that stuff, then I suggest you subscribe, because there's going to be lots of that stuff to come. And as you've seen in my first few videos, I also really enjoy the scenery and what that has to offer, so you'll see some footage of that as well. So welcome to Camp Belle Off Grid. That's a bit of a summary of what this channel is going to be. If you like that kind of stuff, well then join us, and thanks for watching.